to make another video, and I feel like I should have the time to do that. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. That's the goal. That's what I want to get to. I don't know. Look at what 50 Cent said. 50 Cent said 50 Cent is happy with his decision not to marry. I've made some mistakes, just not that one. Marriage isn't for everybody. During a recent appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, 50 Curtis 50 Cent Curtis Jackson chatted about his life, specifically speaking his celibacy journey and his decision not to get married. If you've been keeping up with 50 Cent over the years, then you are aware that the father of two has had few public relationships but has yet to jump the broom. Explaining how being celibate has benefited him, 50 expressed. If you go on a date but you have no interest in anything, I can see you now. Say, God damn, girl, you fine, but you got nothing going on. Continuing the conversation on his love life, 50 Cent elaborated on why he hasn't opted out of being what he deemed as a happy hostage, aka a married man. I'm here, I'm free. I made mistakes, just not that one. Later in the segment, he added, I want someone I can love in my life too, just not right now. Oh, so he's leaving it open for the girls who are being like, oh my God, I will be the one who changes him. I wonder how long he's been celibate. I think celibacy really, like, I honestly think that the male and female human should only come together to reproduce. I don't think that, like, all the social constructs that tell you you need to be married, that's not real. That does not need to happen for anything else to happen. And for you to believe that that needs to happen, that's something you have been trained to do. You have been trained to believe and to look down on a person if they haven't legally bound themselves to a man and had a baby. You're looking down on that woman for not connecting herself to a man and she had a baby. Y'all run around here stigmatizing women who don't connect themselves to men and have a baby. Do you hear how that sounds? Are you listening to how that puts you must connect with this person. You must be legally bound to this person in order for this to happen. When for real, as we can see, the world still moves. When people are not married, people are still going to have sex and babies are still going to come. There are children in this world who have biological queer parents. So none of what you've been trained to do and using the Bible as your help, it doesn't need to happen. None of it. None of it needs to happen in order for the other thing to happen. Marriage does not have to be on the table for anything else to exist. Marriage doesn't need to exist for any of this shit to exist. It doesn't. Legally binding yourself to a person, to another adult, to me, it's insane. I don't understand it. Besides what they have created for you in an effort to for you and an incentive to marry is tax breaks and benefits and stuff like that. So they say, oh, connect yourself to this person so that you can get these benefits. That's when you think, oh, okay, I have to approach this from a business. A lot of these men they're not suitable business partners. But now you've taken a romantic partner and created, when you bind yourself to him, you've created a business partner. He's your business partner now. And this nigga doesn't even clean up after himself. He's not good with money. He's not reliable. And now you've made him your business partner. And now you're like Jeannie Mai, down to things saying, you promised me this, 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 and this in a divorce settlement. Marriage, for some of y'all, is because you've been trained and society has told you this is what you get from this. This is what you need to do. And it's not necessary. It is not something that is mandatory. It's not necessary. It isn't. It isn't. Let's see what some of the comments say. I said, same. That's one mistake I never made. Legally binding yourself to another adult is insane. Ooh, if a woman said that, folks would tear her up. Women dodging a bullet because he would be a terrible husband. He's too sassy. Again, that is good. For more men to choose celibacy and to remain on their own path, you should encourage that, because that's what it's about anyway. None of it is about coming here and reproducing like Shannon Sharp told John Cena. It is not about that. It happens, yes, but it's not about that. It's not about that. That happens, but it's not about that. Marriage isn't for everyone. The average person should be honest and not lead others on. Half of the people getting married should not be getting married. The divorce rates tell you that. But people will do it over and over and over again, like literally eyes wound up, and do it over and over and over again. And then I'm not gonna, let me shut up. I'm just happy he's saying whoever that woman would be, because he's trash. After what he said about Michael being SA'd, I think he did his son who disowned, and whatever woman he, girl, I can't. Now, when a woman says this, it's a problem. Exactly. No reason to get married when you know it's not for you, since you're not going to do what it takes to stay the course. And what is that? What it takes? Girl, nothing wrong with not wanting to be married at all. This needs to be talked about more. Folks are out here think marriage is the end goal for everyone, and it's not. It's so, to me, it is so weird, because I was never, none of that was ever pushed on me. None of that was. When I would go on my dad's side, every now and again, someone would ask me about a man. And every now and again, a man would be around, but girl, it's not that, it's not that serious. It's really not that serious. It's never that serious. But at the end of the day, no one was pushing me to be like, when you getting married, when you having kids, when you doing this. I never. And I think it's truly because since I was a little girl, I was always like, I don't ever want to be married. And that's probably why it was never pushed on me. It was never pushed on me. So when women are like in a trance, and like that's they got have fucking horse blinders on, and they just want to get down the aisle, and here, you want to come, I got a clock ticking, I have to have a baby by a certain time, come on, come. No, beating niggas over the head to legally bind yourself to him, and I want to be Mrs. and all this other stuff, and like literally taking pride in that, and having your photo on Facebook still in your wedding dress from 10 years ago, girl. I will never understand it. I just don't understand that wiring. I don't get it. Even in relationships, I'm not, marriage, like putting yourself, like going down and that's too much. Girl, that sounds crazy as hell to me. I wouldn't do that. Now, if it was like the way that they do domestic partnerships now, if it was like, okay, you and I can be, do you have to say that you consummated a relationship in a domestic partnership? Because if they're, to me, I feel like in a business, I would feel like, okay, let's go into business together, girl. You heard what I said. Let's go into business together, girl, and we can form a domestic partnership and build a business. But do they have to show that they have consummated the domestic partnership? How does that look in order to say that you want to form a domestic partnership with another woman, but y'all are not in a romantic relationship? But we want to go down and get married like a domestic partnership. Y'all get down in the comments and let me know, because I don't know. Let me know, because to me, that would be the reason to do something. But see, you don't even need to get married to do that. You can go get an LLC and create a partnership with somebody, and it doesn't have to be called marriage. That's why I'm saying, when you are doing that, you are creating a business. And if this man is not business minded, you have signed a contract on love. And the person you need to be in partnership with needs to be a business minded person. Because the point of the way that y'all be acting like, oh, black family is so revolutionary, the purpose of that, when you get it, is to create your own business within this capitalist society, is to create your own business model. And you call it a family. And we need to reproduce. I mean, you're going to just basically do the same thing that society is doing around, is creating. But a lot of y'all are going into business with people that are not, you should not be going into business with. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm a little lifted. Marriage is a scam. Thank you. He's right. But weaponize it for women like we want to make that mistake too. Thank you. I am so happy to hear that, because there is a group, there are groups of women, and a lot of you are in this community here where they're like, okay, you've done it, you might have done it, you're like, I don't even see the point anymore. And there's some of y'all that are married on here and you're happy, you are in a relationship with a partner where it's mutually beneficial, and you know that I will always go up for those as long as it's mutually beneficial and you are in a collaborative, cooperative partnership with somebody. Shout out to y'all. But these lopsided things y'all be settling for and going through and fighting for and losing edges for, I don't support that shit at all. At all. But shout out to those in mutually beneficial, collaborative, cooperative relationships. Yes. Now, that kind of relationship, then that is for the people who want relationships. That's how it should look. Y'all going on television shows, meeting absolute strangers. And I think that a lot of these dating shows are setups for women, because I just, it's a setup. I think they're setups, traps for women. I don't get it. But the marriage part, like, look at Rachel Lindsay. She went on a television show in the fantasy, right? In the make believe on the television, and found her some man. And now this man that was brought into her life on a television show, she has to pay him spousal support. I would be like these niggas. I would stop working. I would stop working. I would stop working. You know what? I would stop working. Talking about he wants money out of the community. Community, that's my money, motherfucker. No. And again, she legally bound. That would have never happened had she not legally tied herself to him. That would have never happened. But y'all want to legally tie yourself to people. Y'all want to legally tie yourself to people. And now that the tides have changed, where the women are more accomplished and earning more, now the fantasy is like, you want to do the fantasy, but you're the prince charming. You're the one that is being resourced. And then, I don't know, look at Tamar, the dating shows. It's the dating shows. The dating shows. There's one dating show, Love Island. And apparently this is a black couple. I don't know their names, but he has like curly hair, and sometimes he wears plaits, and the girl has braids. The black girl has braids. And apparently he was out with Tristan Thompson and Odell Beckham. But you so in love with this girl on the show. I'm telling you, it's a trap. And now you have to, and instead of being like, okay, nigga, I'm cutting it off, now you have to act like you have this emotional connection to this person, and that you have to like try and work it out with somebody who's like disrespecting you. It's like, and it's like, well, why? Why? Oh, because men will be men, and that's just what they're going to do. So I'm expected to put up with their bad behavior. No, you're not. You can say, you know what? You want to be out with Odell Beckham and motherfucking Tristan Thompson? Yeah, girl, absolutely not. cut it off. You don't have to even act like you like that nigga anymore. The way y'all be act, it's like it's literally it's insane. It's insane. It's insanity. I feel like it's a little like it's an act, because when it's done, then it's like it never happened. It's just like, girl, whatever. That's when you get to the point where you're like, why was I acting like that? Why was I acting like that about that? Why was I acting like that about, like, why was I overworked, or the way that Tamar crashed out the other night? You broke up. Y'all broken up. Y'all have this relationship, and you down there with the credit card receipt. You go and find a woman he's following, and then you put her on blast. You crashed out. You jumped out of the window, as we used to say. You jumped out of the window. And then at the end of the day, it's like, for what? Look at the nigga that you jumping out of the window for. No fucking mattresses at the bottom. Jumping out the window. Yeah. How many people have done that? Over what? And then when you go back and look, like, you're like, what for? What was that for? It's literally like a rewiring of the brain. And that's why being celibate and spending time, or abstaining, or spending time with yourselves, and getting back to your center is the most important thing. Is one of the most important things, because once that happens, everything that comes to you that is just like, girl, ain't no, I have this is what I have. You're not about to mess that up. I've put a lot of work. I've done a lot of work. Still working. Still working. I have to stay on my path. I don't have time to be worried about anything else but what I need to be worried about. I don't have time for another entity with all their things going on. Stay over there. I'm good. You stay over there. I'm good. So yeah, marriage for for some of y'all, that's fine or whatever, but it is what it is. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, I gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. I gotta go. Take care of each other. It's 45 after. Peace.